And we have reached out to the Department of Homeland Security for a statement. We are still waiting to hear back from them. Live in downtown LA, Elise Martinez.
On August 10th, 2025, a major event unfolded at a Costco store in Phoenix, Arizona, drawing widespread national attention. According to reports, the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, known as ICE, deployed multiple buses to surround the store's parking lot, leading to the immediate deportation of over 1,600 undocumented immigrants. If you're interested in this topic, comment number 1. This was part of a large-scale immigration enforcement campaign under President Donald Trump's administration, which was reinvigorated after his re-election in 2024. The incident sparked intense debates on social media platform X and in news outlets, highlighting deep divisions over immigration in the United States. This article offers a neutral perspective based on available data and information from August 2025, using clear and simple language suitable for translation into American English and accessible to American readers. The event at the Costco in Phoenix occurred on a Sunday afternoon. ICE agents arrived suddenly with a large force, sealing off the parking lot's entrances and exits. Posts on X and videos shared on YouTube described how ICE checked the documents of hundreds of people in the area, targeting those suspected of violating immigration laws, such as entering the U.S. illegally or overstaying visas. Within hours, over 1,600 individuals were detained and loaded onto buses for deportation. Some sources describe the operation as swift and organized, with close coordination between ICE, local police, and other federal agencies. However, critics argued that the raid targeted areas with large immigrant populations, like major shopping centers, to maximize detentions. Phoenix, Arizona, has long been a hotspot for immigration issues due to its proximity to the Mexican border. While not a sanctuary city like Chicago or San Francisco, Phoenix is home to many immigrant communities, particularly from Latin America. ICE operations in the city are not new, but the scale and visibility of the Costco raid made it a focal point. Earlier, in May 2025, protests erupted in Phoenix when ICE conducted detentions at local markets, prompting backlash from human rights activists and some Arizona lawmakers. To understand the Costco Phoenix event, it's important to consider the broader context of U.S. immigration policy in 2025. After taking office in January, President Trump implemented a series of tough measures to curb illegal immigration. He appointed Tom Homan as border czar and Kristi Noem as Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, or DHS. Both pledged to carry out the largest deportation operation in U.S. history. According to DHS reports, from January to August 2025, over 1.8 million undocumented immigrants left the U.S., either voluntarily or through forced deportations. This marked a 50% increase compared to the same period in 2024, driven by increased ICE funding and the hiring of 25,000 additional enforcement agents.
That's right. You know what? People are really not out and about, many staying home. And just to give you an idea of how people are feeling, as we were driving around the city, we noticed that people were scared just even looking at our news van going by, some running into buildings, others just walking the other way.
The 2025 immigration policy focused on three main pillars: strengthening border security, detaining violators in major cities, and accelerating deportations through large-scale operations. Raids like the one at Costco in Phoenix were designed to target areas with high concentrations of immigrants, such as shopping centers, bus stations, or public spaces. DHS reported that advanced technologies, like facial recognition and federal immigration databases, helped quickly identify undocumented individuals. Additionally, the administration strengthened cooperation with states like Arizona, where local authorities often supported stricter immigration policies compared to sanctuary states. By August 2025, ICE's activities reached record levels. According to NBC News, by the end of June, ICE had detained over 800,000 people without criminal records, and this number continued to rise during the summer. By late July, the average daily detention population reached 60,000, compared to 42,000 when Trump took office. In Arizona alone, August saw at least 7,500 immigration-related detentions, according to data from Track Immigration. Of the 62,345 people detained nationwide as of July 31st, about 68%, or 42,394 individuals, had no criminal convictions, indicating that current policies target not only criminals but also ordinary immigrants. Nationwide deportations in August were estimated at $220,000, with Arizona accounting for about 12% of the total. The Costco Phoenix raid was one of the largest operations. Similar raids occurred in cities like Dallas, Atlanta, and San Diego. A Reuters report noted that these operations disrupted businesses, particularly in areas reliant on immigrant labor. The Costco Phoenix event sparked a wave of debate on X, reflecting the deep divide in American society over immigration. Here are some notable opinions. Supporters of the deportation policy included AZ Patriot 2025, who posted, "ICE just cleaned up Costco in Phoenix. 600 people deported on the spot. This is how we protect jobs and security for Americans."
Of how ICE was operating and how the protesters were responding. ICE agents, they were camped out inside of this parking structure on the other side of the building. Now, just across that parking structure, on the other side of the parking lot here, ICE...
Thank you, President Trump. This post gained significant likes from those who believe such operations reduce strain on welfare systems and enhance security. Another user, BorderHawk88, wrote, "ICE in Arizona is doing amazing work. 7,500 detained in August alone. This is how we take back our country." Opponents expressed outrage. Justice for All A's posted, "ICE surrounded Costco in Phoenix, detaining over 1,600 people, including those just shopping with their families. This is cruelty, not law enforcement." This post resonated with those who felt the policy targeted vulnerable communities. Migrant Rights AZ wrote, "The people detained at Costco today were workers, parents, community members. Mass deportations like this are inhumane." Another user, Phoenix Voice 2025, warned, "ICE is now targeting anyone who looks different. This is legalized racial profiling." These posts highlight the stark polarization in public opinion. Supporters view ICE's actions as necessary to uphold the law, while critics argue they harm immigrant communities and fuel racial tensions. The Costco Phoenix event and similar deportation operations had significant impacts. Economically, raids like the one at Costco disrupted the labor market, particularly in retail, construction, and service industries in Arizona. According to the Arizona Republic, many immigrants in Phoenix limited their public activities after the incident, leading to reduced revenue for local businesses. A YouTube video showed shopping areas in Phoenix becoming noticeably quieter, affecting stores like Costco, Walmart, and local markets. The cost of deportation operations also rose, with ICE's 2025 budget estimated to exceed $12 billion, a 25% increase from 2024. Socially, the raids heightened racial tensions and divided communities. In Phoenix, organizations like the Puente Human Rights Movement held protests, calling for an end to the raids. Lawmakers like Raquel Teran criticized the federal government, calling it an attack on the Latino community. However, supporters argued the actions reduced crime and protected jobs. A Rasmussen Report survey from August 2025 found that 55% of Americans supported the deportation campaigns, but 40% expressed concerns about human rights impacts. In terms of security, DHS reported a 900% increase in attacks on ICE agents in 2025, leading to tighter security at detention facilities and public areas. This increased operational costs and strained law enforcement resources. Some posts on X suggested that the raids could provoke backlash from opposition groups, complicating Arizona's security situation. The Costco Phoenix event echoed major deportation campaigns in U.S. history, like Operation Wetback in 1954, when over 1 million Mexicans were deported. However, the 2025 campaign is larger in scale, supported by modern technology and a larger enforcement force. Its high visibility, amplified by videos and posts on X, has fueled both support and opposition. Internationally, the U.S. deportation campaigns faced criticism from organizations like Amnesty International and the United Nations. A UN report in August 2025 urged the U.S. to ensure asylum rights and humane treatment for migrants. Countries like Mexico and Honduras, where many deportees return, expressed concerns about their capacity to receive them. According to AP News, refugee camps in Tijuana and Nogales are overcrowded, with thousands returning to dire conditions. The Costco Phoenix event on August 10, 2025, exemplifies the Trump administration's hardline immigration policies. With over 1.8 million people leaving the U.S. in 8 months and deportations continuing to rise, operations like the one in Phoenix have achieved security goals but sparked controversies over human rights. Data from DHS and Track Immigration show ICE's activities at historic highs, with Arizona as a key focus. Reactions on X reflect the deep societal divide in the U.S. Readers can follow updates from official sources like ice.gov or dhs.gov. Immigration remains a major challenge in the U.S., requiring a balance between law enforcement, human rights protections, and economic and social stability. The Costco Phoenix event is not just an isolated incident, but part of a broader policy with long-lasting consequences. This article has utilized reliable sources and perspectives from social media to provide a comprehensive view. For a deeper understanding, readers can refer to statements from DHS, CBP, or reports from Reuters, The Guardian, and WOLA.